The Boston Red Sox today have won 7-1 in the first game of their series against the Texas Rangers. It is a three-game series. They've taken game one. Score of 7-1. My name is Derek. I'm here with Doug. Welcome to Red Sox Recap on Bleacher Brawls. So first off, we're obviously Red Sox 7-1 win. Nice to see. Let's go start off with Nick Pivetta. Thoughts on his start?
So another good start for him. He's now back-to-back good starts. It's what you want to see. He pitched 7 innings, which is great. I know we have a rough stretch, not rough in terms of the games we're going to play, but how long we're going to be playing for. I think we have I forget what it exactly was, but I know we're going to be playing a lot of baseball and minimal days off. So it's good to start this one off with, only one bullpen guy going, and seeing him go 7 is great. He looked great.
Yeah, it was definitely important too because Sunday's starter is still in limbo. Having to be pushed back to Monday to the Houston series. Rich Hill will start tomorrow, it seems. So we'll see how he does, but that will also be a big deciding factor in what happens on Sunday with the pitching. But for me, Nick Pivetta, great start. And I said this last year. He is very good indoors, in domes or retractable roofs. Minute Maid, Rogers Center. I think it's Rogers Center, where the Blue Jays play. Where the Rangers play indoors, he always pitches well. He had like a sub-2 ERA indoors last year. So to see him kind of continue that this year, that's very nice to see, and a very good start. 7 strong innings, only 1 run, and he only walked 1 person. So that's nice to see as well. Moving on to the Red Sox offense. There was 3 walks today. 2 of them were from TK. So we'd like to obviously see that bump up a little bit as Red Sox fans know the on-base percentage is low. But thoughts on the offense today, Doug?
Everybody contributed. Everybody except for JBJ had a hit. 3 walks, some good at-bats, like get the ball to the next guy. Good base running tonight too. There were a couple times the broken bat with Bogey, I think, hustled that out. Sack flies, taking extra bases. It was very good. No home runs, right?
No homers.
Nope, no home runs, but it seemed like everybody had a big hit. Which is what we've been missing, is that continuous the continuous hits, and we scored in 3 different innings, maybe for the first time all year. I'm sure there have been 1 or 2 games where we've scored in more than 2 innings, but it just doesn't seem like one of those has happened in weeks.
Exactly.
So it's good to see that they're getting rallies, multiple innings to put runs up.
Yeah, and I do want to key in on Kike Hernandez. He's in the leadoff spot tonight. He got on base 3 times, if I'm right, with 2 walks and a single. Good job from him. We need that kind of leadoff hitter. We haven't had one yet so far this year. The line's been shuffled. We need to find that consistency in the lineup, and I think that is going to be big for the Red Sox if Kike can hold down the leadoff spot, similar to like he did last year. Started off a little slow. They moved him out, moved him back in, and then he went on a tear. Hopefully, we're looking at the same thing happen because the Red Sox, it really is a breakout from him. Also, too, I do want to a little bit talk about this middle of the lineup with 2 through 4. I'll say Devers, Martinez, Bogarts, the big 3. Devers went 1 for 5 on an RBI. Martinez went 2 for 4, and Bogarts went 2 for 5. He had 2 RBIs. That's a big chunk of your lineup, and you need them to produce. And tonight they produced. The whole lineup did too. I mean, Jackie Bradley's the only one who didn't have a hit, but he also didn't strike out. He put the ball in play every single time. So there is that as well. He's not just striking out. Red Sox only struck out 9 times as a team, and one of them was Bobby Dahlbeck pinch hitting for Alex Verdugo, which we'll get to in a little bit later. But it was overall it was a good performance from the lineup.
Yeah. The trend that continues is that I know a couple days ago when I looked, the Red Sox were above the Braves in doubles, and they've had trouble capitalizing on them doubles. They hit a couple doubles today, so I'm sure they're still leading MLB in doubles. but that's what you want. Like, no home runs, and we won 7-1. I'll take that any day of the week. You know, they're not trying to. It's like they weren't trying to hit home runs today. They were trying to line drives, turn it into doubles, and those will help a rally. We saw the other day with the grand slam with Devers. That's great too, but you'll score more runs with doubles, in my opinion.
Yeah, if you consistently hit them, yes.
Yes,
3 doubles can give you more runs than just one solo homer.
exactly.
Yeah, so it was overall a good outing for the Red Sox. Pitching only gave up 4 hits and only 2 walks, only 6 base runners. Moving on to the Rangers side of things, though, of those 6 base runners, they had the Cole Calhoun went 3 for 4 for them. He had a very productive game for them. Obviously, didn't really drive in any runs as the Rangers had 0 RBIs. But it's the Rangers, obviously, their team the Red Sox need to beat. They've been struggling. Semyon and Adolis Garcia have both been struggling. So that's Red Sox need to be able to beat teams like this. They need to be able to win this series to have a productive season. I think that's big. Anyone you want to kind of key in on the Rangers lineup as a whole, or how the Red Sox fared against them?
So just want to, Cole Calhoun had a good game, like you said. Even the starter was going, decent.
Dane Dunning.
But you mentioned these are the teams we got to beat, right? So there's a stretch of games, from now until probably going into mid-June or whatever, where we're going to be facing teams that we need to beat, right? So before we go back to facing New York and Tampa Bay and
Toronto,
and the Blue Jays again, yeah. So we're going to need to make up a lot of ground on these teams that are not in the division. So when we get to those games, we can be in a better place offensively and have more things figured out, have offense figured out, have the bullpen and the starters all figured out by the time we get back to those teams. And then it's a crapshoot, man. Then it's a crapshoot.
Yeah,
you just got to beat them.
We got to win. We got to win these games up until we play in Toronto near the end of June. It's a lot of teams that aren't going to be that good, or at least the teams that are decent or good. They're not in the division. But by them not being in the division, they could be opponents that we're fighting for a wild card spot with. So they're going to be important games as well. So it's going to be big for the Red Sox. For the Rangers, their pitching side of things, Dane Dunning started off the game well, but he really ran into trouble into that 6th inning. They gave it 4, had 4 runs tagged on him in the 6th inning. Through 5, he'd only given it 1 run. He started off well, but almost like they kind of left him in a little bit too long. Saw kind of an old friend, I guess, if you want to call him an old friend, Garrett Richards. He gave us 2 runs in the 7th, so that was nice to see. I
was watching a game last week or something, and just scrolling through MLB TV, and I turned on the Rangers game for whatever reason, and I saw him, and I was like, oh God.
Yeah, well, he finally helped us out. Helped us get 2 runs, so that's nice to see. So yeah, it was overall a good game for the Red Sox. Winning is huge. They increased the record to 12-20. So I mean, you got to start somewhere. So hopefully, this can start a string of wins. Tomorrow, the Red Sox presumably will have Rich Hill. Seems like the Rangers will have Glenn Otto starting for them. So for you Red Sox fans, Otto has a 3.14 ERA this year with the Rangers. Rich Hill, he's had a couple bad starts, a couple good starts, but recently he's had good starts. So hopefully he can be good tomorrow. Do you have any keys for tomorrow for the Red Sox, Doug?
It looks like Verdugo probably isn't going to be playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that means we're probably going to get Bobby and Franchi.
Yeah, potentially, or Arroyo.
Or Arroyo, but
yeah, that seems unlikely.
Yeah, so Verdugo had a nice hit today, right before he hit that double, right?
Yeah,
he fouled it off of his right foot or something.
Yeah.
So, and then they took him out of the game right after that.
Yeah.
After that half inning, but so it didn't look like it's a DL stint because he stayed in.
Yeah,
but it might just be a day-to-day thing
probably.
where Bobby's going to pick up some at-bats.
Probably will be. It's a right foot contusion. X-rays have already come back negative, so that is a good sign. Most likely day to day. I mean, maybe he'll get a 10-day IL stint so they can fill a raw spot. Maybe call up Duran again. I don't think that'll happen though. I don't think he'll be out 10 days, maybe a couple days. You know, maybe he'll miss the rest of the series, but he'll be back for the Houston series. So yeah, it'll be it'll be Rich Hill versus Glenn Otto tomorrow, and then on Sunday the series finale. Red Sox still to be decided, and another kind of old friend, if you want to call him, Martin Perez on the mound for the Texas Rangers. Red Sox got to win the series. They're just plain simple.
We've only won one series so far.
Exactly. Bare minimum, you got to win a series. You got to win one of the next two. Bare minimum.
You just string together. I think the Mets are the only have won every single series. That's it. You don't have to win every game. You can lose a game, but you got to just win the series from here on out. You pretty much have to win every series.
Exactly. You know, teams that win 100 games, they still lose 62 games in a season. You're going to lose. Sure. You just have to, win series. And that's kind of how you got to look at it. Just win series. And you'll most likely have a winning record if you just win series. Any final thoughts on tonight's game?
Just good all around. I like that everyone pretty much contributed. Jackie didn't get a hit, but he made, how he plays the field. That's contributing for him.
Yeah, and Kike had a nice diving catch in right center.
As well. Kike did have, yes, I did see that. 7:05 game tomorrow, ESPN Plus, looks like.
We'll be watching. It's on NESN Plus.
It's on NESN Plus?
Yeah, because they got the Bruins game.
The ESPN app said it's on ESPN Plus also.
Yeah, I think MLB TV has I don't know.
Okay, whatever.
It's at
7:05 Eastern.
Yeah, it's 7:05. Find it wherever you find your normal Red Sox games. You normally just find them on MLB TV if you have that. Yeah, Red Sox need to win the series. Verdugo most likely out. And make sure to we're gonna start producing content here on the Bleacher Brawls channel. Game recaps after every Red Sox game. They'll be up the morning after each game, so look out for them. Be consistent with those. We'll be doing them all the time. Wednesdays will be a prospect pipeline series. We're starting out this upcoming Wednesday with Brain Bayo, who just threw a no-hitter last week in the minor leagues. And then we'll have some Monday and Friday videos, and I will save the Monday topic for a later video where you'll find out what that'll be on. It'll be a fun one. For Doug, I'm Derek. We're the Bleacher Brawls, and we'll see you next time.